Hello everybody and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Alright, so we are on day 3 trial. December 27th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. Alright. Let's jam. The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Apparently the prosecution is also ready. Who is the judge here anyway? Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Very well. No opening statement, so... Not so fast, Judge. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking. Right, of course. A prediction. Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now. Well, that's a bold claim, big fella. Order! Order! Mr. Von Karma, what is the meaning of your statement just now? Bah, must you question everything? It will be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. I call my witness now. Right. I call my witness, my decisive witness, to the stand. The mysterious boat shop owner. Yeah, I don't think he's that decisive. Witness, state your profession. And the proprietor of the restaurant Wet Noodle at Gold Lake. And, I also rent boats. The night of the incident, you were in the boat rental shop, correct? Yep, yeah, I was. Please, testify. Wait a second. We still haven't heard who this whole guy even is. Well, give me a name, because if you are who I think you are... Objection! Wait a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet. Because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. Aha! I predicted this trial will end in 3 minutes. Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate. Yeah, right. The witness will state his name. Well, I'm not really sure. Yep. What do you mean? My memory. Your Honor, the witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, we cannot recall his own name. He can't recall, you say? Yes, but the incident took place 3 days ago. He can testify. Very well. Achoo. Let's hear his testimony, shall we, witness? Oh boy. I know for a fact he's Yogi from the elevator. It's my theory. It's my very highly conclusive theory. It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight, yep. I was in the restaurant, where I rent boats usually. Then I heard a bang, yep. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating in the lake. Then I heard another bang. Okay. Oh, true. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore, and a man walks by my window. Very well. I'd like to begin the cross-examination. What do you mean, no? There was nothing to question in my witness's testimony. Ergo, no need for cross-examination. Besides, there are only 10 seconds left before 3 minutes are up. Judge, your verdict now. Yes, Mr. Wright. Don't cross as if. What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness. Very well. You may begin. Oh. Excuse me, Mr. Von... 3 minutes just passed. I see. Well then, let's just take our time. You may cross-examine the witness. Yeesh. Thank you. Let's say my game again. Tell me about it. He's not gonna give me any info. Just after midnight, you say? Yep, just around then. Are you sure? Pretty sure, yep. Oh, achoo. When I talked to you yesterday, you were rather vague about the time. That's why you seem so sure about it today. I asked him, and he remembered. Isn't that right? Don't glare at me like that. I remember it clearly, I did, yup. You see, continue. Is there anyone who can verify that? Well, I guess Polly could. That's not good enough for a court of law. Mr. Wright, exactly what's not good enough? Your Honor, this Polly is a parrot. A parrot? Don't be so hard on the girl, Keith, boy. Keith? The prosecution concedes that we cannot prove the witness was in the shot. Witness, please continue. I heard a bang. Hold up. Talk to me. And where did the bang seem to come from? From the lake, I figure. Are you certain? Yep. Good. Continue. Was there someone in the boat? It was pretty far out there. I couldn't see clearly. But I figured there were 2 men out there, yep. You couldn't see them clearly? Yep. At the time, that is. At the time. Then I heard another bang. So you heard 2 gunshots? Yep. That's what Wada said in her testimony yesterday. Now I want to hear about this. By your window. Yep. By my window, right outside the window, my little shack. And could you see the man's face? Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him. This is a rather important detail. Please add it to your testimony. Tisk, tisk, tisk. I have a bad feeling about this. That man was the defendant. He was saying, I can't believe he's dead. Oh, boy. Are you sure? Oh. Dad? Dead certain, Keith. He said, I can't believe he's dead. He was walking by, too. Well, that's one way to do it. Witness, are you sure that person you saw was Miles Edgewood? It was him, that Edgewood boy. Oh my gosh, he passed out. Oh my gosh. Someone help this man. This sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt. What karma. He lured me into cross-examining so he could set me up for a fall. Nick, I don't like the way things are going here. Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us. I better act quick or the trial's gonna be over. Save our game again. Your Honor, we proved in yesterday's trial that it could not have been Edgewood who fired the gun. Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgewood's right hand found on the gun, and the photograph showing the man firing with his left hand? Exactly. Oh no. That is easily explainable. He could have wiped his prints after he fired. You are ignoring the truth of the matter here. Everything in this witness's testimony is true. The judge is lost in thought. What should I do? Just keep going. Keep objectionizing. Your Honor, the witness claims that Edgeworth said, I can't believe he's dead, but his word is all we have. If he were telling a lie, Mr. Wright, in a court of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently, you have yet to even realize this basic fact. If you say his testimony is a lie, show us proof. Nick, do we have evidence? It's no good. There's nothing I can do. Are you sure? To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore. Please. Did you hear me, sis? Please. We need your help. Nick needs you. Tis, tis, tis. 3 minutes was perhaps too high an expectation. However, 15 minutes is bad. This must be a new record. Enough! The witness may leave the stand. He's unconscious. This court sees no further reason to prolong the trial, nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. What? No. This court finds the defendant of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Dang. I really thought they were gonna switch it up. I can always reload a save. The accused was surrendered to the court immediately, to be held pending trial at the higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. This court is adjourned. Really? There it is! Who was that just now? Is it Mia coming in clutch? Me, huh? What? Larry? Huh? What are you doing here? Listen, you gotta listen to me. I was there in the park in the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it till just yesterday, but today I remembered it. Remembered what? The gunshot. I heard it too. How did he come in? Did no one see him come in? Order. What is the meaning of this? The verdict's been decided. I call for adjournment. One moment, Mr. Von Karma. So you say you heard a gunshot? Yeah, I did, a gunshot that night. I was sitting here in the audience listening to the testimony. Then I realized something he said was different from what I remember. Anyhow, I can't just sit here and let you call Edgy a murder. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify. That is not how this works, but okay. Order, order. Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed. Judge, I've already given your decision. The trial is over. Nick, this is it. Larry's given us one final chance at this. He's right. If only it wasn't Larry. He can make this even worse. Mr. Edgeworth was just declared guilty, Nick. It doesn't get any worse. You're right. Okay. Your Honor, if there is another witness, it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now. Waste of time. A verdict cannot be overturned. Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard. What is this? I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. Dang, Larry. Out of left field. Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify now. What? The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear this new witness. Court is adjourned. Well, we really done it now. December 7th, 10:28 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. Woo! That was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge you see like that, Edgeworth. I've seen worse. Yeah, right, Edgeworth. You're sweating bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there. Larry was at the lake at night. Yes. He said he went looking for the Steel Samurai balloon that flew into the lake. Oh, right. And he found the balloon in the air tank that night. Yeah. Hey, Edgeworth. Huh? You say something right? Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong? It's nothing. Mr. Edgeworth, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. What's that? Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon? Oh. My guess is that he made the mistake of... When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. Then I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. Picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really. I see. Right? Yep. This might be our chance. Our chance? Well, Karma's only ever run perfect trials. Perfect trials. Perfectly prepared witnesses. Perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever to deal with something unexpected. He has to let someone he hasn't talked to testify before court, and that someone is Larry. What are you getting at? It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right? That's right, Nick. No 10-minute trial this time. We'll milk this one for all it's worth. Hey, it's 15 minutes. 15. Everything's on Larry now. Come on, Larry. Say something that completely undermines the evidence. December 27, 10:35 a.m. District Court, Court number 3. Let's get going. Court is now back in session. Witness, please testify to the court about everything that you saw on the night of December 24th. Right, leave it to me. Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. Carmen didn't even have time to prep this witness. I just hope everyone is right about this being our big break. Witness testimony, night of the murder. That night I was out in a boat on the lake. I was looking for something. I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back into the rental shop dock. Then I was thinking about going home, then I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. Well, that's very apt. That was unusually vague testimony, even for this court. In any case, Mr. Wright, you would begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. What's wrong, Nick? It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm all scared. Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go before, Nick. Oh, you're dang right. You got me crazy. You think I'm not going to press him. I'm going to press every sentence you say. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? There's so many things wrong, I don't even know where to begin. Well, okay. First of all, what time was it? Oh, it was after 11 o'clock when we went out on the boat. By that time, everyone had gone home for the night. So I waited until the coast was clear, so to speak. And why were you out on the boat at such a late hour? Found what? I already know what he found, but, you know, looking for something. Yeah. Mr. Butts, what was it you were looking for? What the witness is searching for is irrelevant. Most likely he was hunting for this Gordy. That's surprisingly close to the truth, in a sense. This is all irrelevant. Let's get it over with. I don't know, I think it's pretty important. Around what time was that? Well, let's see. I figure I was out searching for about an hour, so I guess around 12 o'clock, yeah. You're not sure? Hey, don't give me that face! I'm a sort of human sundial, okay? People use watches these days, Larry. Oh, Lord. You heard a bang, huh? Where did the sound come from? Yeah, well, I wasn't too sure about that. I looked around, you know. Did you look at the lake? Yeah, I looked. Achoo. Wasn't there a boat on the lake? Order! Order! Well, Mr. Butts? Whoa! Everybody just calm down, okay? It was real foggy that night. I'm not sure whether there was a boat out or not. Okay, no problem. That's just the most important part of the case. You only heard one bang, correct? Yeah. Huh. Well, Nick, it was pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? I guess I should start working on the contradictions. Sorry. I wish I could be more helpful. Wish I could call my sister. Nah, it's okay. I think I have something. Single gunshot, eh? I'm gonna save my game first. Objection! Good. Wait a sec, Larry. What? You only heard one bang? You're sure? That's what I said. But Miss Lotta Hart testified yesterday that she heard two bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard two gunshots that night. Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said? Yo, Nick, please. Huh? You know something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay? Mr. Butts? What? You only heard one gunshot, are you sure? Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure. Not sure? How could you not be sure? Yeah, well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was listening to something else. Something else. Achoo. My radio, dude, with my headphones. What? Well, heck. Where was that in the testimony? Order, order. It's not that booing. Mr. Butts, you were listening to the radio with your headphones? Yeah, so what? That's a crime? I listen to my radio. Everyone listens to the radio. What's the big deal? Mr. Von Karma, your opinion? Waste of time. I do not accept this witness or shoddy testimony. Well, Mr. Wright, should he continue the testimony? I'm just saying. We need more. We need more. Your Honor, please tell the witness to continue his testimony. Ha! Nothing's more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he lost. Very well, Mr. Butts. Please give your testimony and be sure to include details like your radio. Right. Leave it to me. I wouldn't if there were any way out of this, believe me. Alright, Larry. Give me something. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio, see? I was listening to it real booming loud like. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too. You were listening to your radio at a high volume. Yeah, what's the big problem? Can't a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country? I truly believe there is no idea what the problem here is. Judge, can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio. True enough, it is difficult to believe his testimony. Wait, Your Honor. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot. Excuse me? DJ? An announcer, the guy who says things on the radio. Anyway, what this means was that he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Wright. I can't believe I'm continuing this charade. Alright. Alright, my boy. I tell ya. This is blew me dry. So you turned on the radio. Right. I just wanted to hear someone's voice, you know? And I don't know. You don't know what it's like being out there alone on Christmas Eve. Alone. I shouldn't have said anything. Do you by any chance remember the name of the program you're listening to? This has nothing to do with the case, Your Honor. Objection sustained. The witness was listening to the radio. That is all we need to know. Tell us, Mr. Butts, how loud was your radio section that night? I don't know. That program might be helpful. Real booming loud? Yeah, you know. And you had headphones on. Yep. I wouldn't think you could hear anything going on outside at all. Can you prove that? No, of course you can't. Nah, I can't prove it, but I remember that moment real clear. I mean, while I was talking about it, it came back real clear to me, you know? Yeah. So what was he saying? What did she say? Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. What possible good could knowing what a radio DJ said do us? Indeed, Mr. Von Karma has a point. Allow the question only to give you some reason why we should care. We should. We can trace back what she said to corroborate the statement. Yes, we should care. We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should. Why? Well, how do you know if... How do you know if you don't ask? Fine, very well. Mr. Butts, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot? Please and thank you. Just when she said, hey, it's almost Christmas, I heard the gunshot. Alright. Are you sure? Of course I am. She has a real sexy voice. Maybe Von Karma was right. I'm not sure how that helped us at all. I think I know. If she said it's almost Christmas, and the gunshot was after midnight, I'm just saying, it's the most ludicrous estimate I've ever heard. There's one gleaming ray of hope in there. Got a present, so we find out at the bottom what happened. Because it was after midnight. See? That's the contradiction. It was after midnight, and she said it was almost Christmas. See? There, and here the gun. Yeah, you get the idea. Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct? Huh? What's with the face? He looks scary, dude. I don't know if I explained it enough. The radio announcer said it's almost Christmas, but the gunshot happened at 12:15, after midnight, so it would have been Christmas Day. So yeah. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easy. Is something the matter, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," when he heard the gunshot. Indeed, and almost Christmas means it was Christmas. Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve. That would seem to be the case, yes. But he should have heard the gunshot after midnight. This photograph is irrefutable proof of this fact. Let's see what time was on the photo when the gun triggered Miss Hart's camera. 12:25. 00:15. 15 minutes after midnight on Christmas Day. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor. Very apparent. Order, order. What does this mean? Two prior witnesses are gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight. Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious. What? Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butt's claims when he heard the gunshots before midnight? Before midnight. I'm gonna do Larry's right because I just kind of want to see what happens. Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard that gunshot before midnight. Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim? Show me evidence there was a gunshot before midnight. Before midnight. Before midnight. Before midnight. There's an empty lake. I don't know why I even have this. Nope. Nope. Overhead map. Y'all, I think we're cooked. Should we evidence there was a gunshot before midnight? Shows an empty lake. Take it automatically. But there was a loud... I think this is it. I think. Look at this photograph. This was taken by a witness yesterday, Miss Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. Timestamp on the photo was December 24th, 11:50 p.m. Oh? But there's nothing on the lake in this picture. Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all. Exactly, because how it would have been taken, because it's normally responded by loud noises. There was a bang, but nothing was there. What do you mean? Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises. Aha! Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. This is why the photograph was taken. In other words, when Larry heard that gunshot, it was most definitely still Christmas Eve. Indeed, it would seem that is the case. Then where does that leave us? Miss Hart testified she heard two gunshots after midnight. Are you claiming she was mistaken? Not at all, Your Honor. It is a fact that the camera was also triggered at 15 minutes after midnight. Your Honor, that night there were two sets of gunshots with a 25-minute pause between them. Why would this be? Don't be fooled, Judge. That camera was set to respond to loud noises. Yes? There was no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot. Why, the witness could have sneezed, triggering the camera. Hey, my nose is clear that night, man. Clear. Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. Actually, there is. I can reload the save. Can you prove that the loud noise at 11:50 was indeed a gunshot? I can. The gun was fired 3 times. It says on the gun it was fired 3 times. Please show the court evidence if you have any. This is my evidence. The murder weapon? Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When then was the last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. That 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight. Order! Order! That would make sense to the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen that night on the lake. Exactly. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you? Why? Oh, I better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes? Uh-oh. What's wrong, Nick? I have it! I have it! Huh? Remember the case with the Steel Samurai? Yeah, of course I remember. The murder in this case had the same idea as the murder in that case. What do you mean? Maya! Yes? If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgewood's guilty verdict. You got a hunch, and I'm gonna run with it. Right. I mean, is this safe? Safe? We've already got a guilty verdict! We have nothing to lose! You just watch and let me know if I say anything sounds fishy, okay? Right, Nick. Your Honor? Yes, Mr. Wright? The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case. Oh boy. What do you mean, Mr. Wright? So, you finally realized the truth. There could be no other murder here than Miles Edgeworth himself. Wrong, Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, 1 boat was on that lake. It was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant Edgeworth and the victim Robert Hammond were on that boat. There was a gunshot fired on that boat and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It could have been suicide. Well, the guilty party has to be the other man on that boat. I admit, it is hard to imagine any other possibility. Yes, but this assumes the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight. What do you mean by that, Wright? We have 1 photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. Wrong voice. The timestamp on the photo says 15 minutes. But Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. That's the only way it could be innocent. Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who the 2 men on the boat are, then. Edgeworth and Hammond. The murderer and Hammond. But the murderer is vague. But it is the only thing, so I'm just gonna do it. It was the murderer and Robert Hammond. What are you saying? This contradicts what you just told the court. You said Robert Hammond had been killed 25 minutes before this gunshot. Oh, whoops. Wrong thing. Hold on. Hold up, that's wrong. That's okay. So this is the 12:15. Okay. Probably Edgeworth and the murderer. Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth. What? Are you serious? Yes, Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. If Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well, that's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place. I'm not sure what to make of all this. Ludicrous. Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then. The murderer's name? Right, it's... Oh no. Miles Edgeworth. Really, he met himself on the gosh dang lake. It wouldn't be a lot of heart either. And I don't know is just always gonna result in just a failure. Oh my gosh. Dude, I gotta go with I don't know, man. If I could prolong this trial to the next day, then maybe we'll find something? I can reload a save. Actually, I don't know the murder. This is probably career suicide, but I got no things. You don't know. Ha! Again, you waste my time. I don't know because he never told us. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat of that shop, that old man. At 11:50, he's the one who killed Robert Hammond. The caretaker of the boat shop? Where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then. Then why would he have to go all the way out of the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest the real scene of this crime was not on a boat. What? Well, then where did the murder take place? Around here, maybe. Maybe, Mr. Oh, come on. And does this maybe include the reason why the killer would choose that spot? Yes, well... Oh, you've got to be kidding me. I really thought it'd be there. Where the murder really took place. Public beach? That'd be weird. It wouldn't be a lot of hearts. I thought it'd be the boat rental shop. Maybe in the rental shop? Because I put it like here. Here, of course. The boat shop where he lives. That way he can meet the victim without anyone seeing. Do you have proof the boat shop was the scene of the crime? Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. That night, he was out on a boat, searching for something. He finds it, returns to the boat. Then, just as he's starting to head for home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very by. And where would that be if he had just returned the boat? The boat shop. Makes sense, eh? Mr. Wright. What happened on that night on Gold Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning. Yes, Your Honor. Are you sure about this? Not really, but I think if I start at the very beginning, and I take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. This was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. Oh, chew. Sorry. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. Then he got on the boat with Edgeworth and went out into the middle of the lake. Then who fired the pistol in the boat, Mr. Wright? It would have to be the caretaker because Edgeworth wouldn't be armed. Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice. Both missed Edgeworth on purpose. Wait a minute. Yes? Why would you shoot twice if you didn't mean to hit anyone? Details. Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor. Create a witness. The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit, fires again. Then, the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol on the boat behind him. I see. Someone looking from the edge of the lake. It would appear that one of the men on the boat has shot the other. The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice to draw attention to the boat. Once he realized that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop, put on Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body, threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake. Bailiff, bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker, quickly. Very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense said. Yes. Well, why did you go to the lake that night? What Wright has said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me. Something important? I'm sorry, I can't say what it was. Your Honor, sir! Bailiff? We are conducting a trial here. I ask that you remain quiet. The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either. What? What should I do? Find him quickly. We can't allow him to get away. Oh! Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared. Search warrant has already been issued. It goes without saying, I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial to tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find that witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity is very important to this trial. I want him, and I want to know who he is. Very well. Court is adjourned. I have a theory on who he is. I think it's the other man in the elevator from the DL6 incident, Mr. Yogi. But that's just what I think. December 27th, 1:22 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. And I say that theory because, according to the incident, the elevator while it was shut down had such lack of oxygen that he suffered from memory loss. And this old man right now suffers from memory loss. So, that's one thing. Yay, Nick, you did it! Yeah, well, at least you got out from under that guilty verdict. And what about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with the testimony. Larry really helped us out. Sure, once I sifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time. I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's just us on trial instead of our clients. Hey, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth? Did you say something? You don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably gonna get off the hook. You could try to smile just a little. Relax. I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet. What do you mean? Right? There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now, and I don't know whether or not to tell you. Edgeworth? No, there's so little time left. I want to tell you, get it off my chest, but I can't make up my mind. What is this about, Edgeworth? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of a murder. Huh. Well, we're gonna end off on there. Well, y'all, you've just about done it. Hope you guys have enjoyed Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.